All right, in 5, 4, 3,
Cheap Flights and
Cornbread.
How's it going, everyone? This is Frank Cavone, the Cheap Flights and Cornbread podcast.
Well, it's fun. So this is the second podcast you've done, not live. How's it feel, Frank? Is it a little less pressure this time?
So it's a little less pressure, and that's complete bullshit, actually.
Wait, are we actually recording right now?
Yeah, that's why I didn't know. Are we?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, welcome everybody.
So to those who have not heard Frankie and I say it yet, we had said right after we stopped recording at the Lagoon, our first pre-recorded podcast, it was the worst one yet.
This one might be even worse.
we might be going in a
It might even be worser.
We're going in a downward spiral here.
You know, this is kind of opposite from kind of live, kind of living, where we went from the best to the best since the best, and the best since the best since the best.
Did we have the best since the best since the best, or did we make it?
I think we had something along the lines, but I don't think that was the title of it.
I think the best of the best of the best, sir, is still yet to come.
Well, you know,
April 30th.
that-
There might be a surprise. And this is our first time to talk to you about this, Doug, on camera.
Yes.
You're going to be hosting the first marathon of Mirth at your house.
I am, and I'm pretty excited about this because basically now that I am alone living in this apartment by myself, I am reinstating Doug's house, which, I mean, Frankie was a part of that. Brett, you're not too aware of that, but basically back in the day in high school, I used to have, my house was the spot. If we were all hanging out, that was the spot to go. My dad was an OG. Shout out to my pops. How you
Shout out,
doing?
Mr. Q.
Love you, Dad. Thank you for the taxes. He's the fucking GOAT. But yeah, like it got to the point where even like all my friends would go and hang out with my dad while I was at work. But basically that was the spot, that was the kind of party hangout spot. We had good times. And now that I am just the only one calling shots in my apartment, it's Doug's house again. So summer 22, what's up? And yes, I'm very excited to be hosting the very first, who knows, there'll be another one, Mirth Marathon right in the old KL studio. So yeah, I'm really excited to be doing this April 30th, 3 p.m. to 3 p.m.
3 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's right. We're doing it. We're basically this podcast in technically is 2 months long. Isn't that crazy? We just had our 13th podcast on the 13th, and now we're gonna have a 2 month long podcast.
Basically, yeah.
Basically.
This might be a world record. I think we need to look into this.
Is this a bad thing? Every time I say basically, I think of Chris Farley.
I think I don't think of Chris Farley when you say basically, so it might just be
He's
a you
like, well,
thing.
Basically.
Dude,
right.
wait.
I think he used to say that in his movies. Maybe not.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, it probably did. But yo, you remember, this is a thing for the Lake George kids. 11th grade, Mr. Social Studies, Mr. Taft.
Mr. Taft.
Dude, like there would be like kind of like a doll in the class, and everybody would just kind of be quiet, you know, doing things, and like, you know, he'd be, you know, like giving his lecture, and he would like start his next point. So, and everybody just.
I will say he was one of my favorite teachers at Lake George High School, and when I used to play football, in modified football at least, he used to call me like, "Hey, Cavoni. How you doing, Cavoni?" And I was excited. It's like, oh yeah, I'm done.
Why did you make him sound like fucking Macho Man Randy Savage when you said that?
It's almost like a Macho Man Randy Savage without the extra muscularity.
kind of history teacher vibes on the Macho Man.
Like shorter dude.
But I will
Mad
say he was definitely one of my favorite history teachers. I hated history when it came to the most part. Like, I do enjoy history, but just school wise, not a big fan. But like, he had this thing where he had like a whole bunch of really cool posters. Like, something I remember was like he had like a Breakfast Club poster, a Rush 2112 poster, a Pink Floyd poster.
Oh yeah, he had a 2112 poster.
Yeah, dude. So no, he had a lot of really freaking cool posters, and basically he was like, I forget the stipulations, but if you did really well on the final exam for him, you actually got to take one of the posters like home with you. And I felt like that was, it made me want to do good, but halfway through I was like, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be the guy to take. You know what? I'll just pay $20 for a poster. I don't need to do homework. I'd rather not.
Exactly. It's like saving up tickets at the arcade machine for something you'll never save up enough for. Because you're gonna spend it all on pixie sticks and bouncing balls.
Dude, it's
like come
so
on.
hard to get 100 tickets.
Which
bro.
I do want to say, switching up subjects, is is that I know why I was nervous, because I'm not nervous right now. I was nervous because when we were talking, we were literally in front of families.
Yes.
Oh, that's
We
weird.
were in front of families, like stuff. I would have to filter, and I'm okay with doing that. But when I start drinking, I'm not okay doing that, only because I kind of just say things sometimes, and not like things that are bad, or offensive, but like things that are like, hey,
I don't want
it's a
my
bright
mom
mind
hearing
over
that.
there. I don't want to say something, and then some parent asks, "Hey, what does that mean?"
Yeah.
Like chooch,
Just like you.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh my god.
So, as you guys noticed, this is not the normal podcast. This is episode 14, though, and thank you all for tuning in. I keep on looking at my computer screen. I should be looking at the lens. Just a fisheye. That distorts things. So, as all of you know, you can watch it live on Facebook and YouTube for the most part. Sometimes you'll get a one-off episode like this where we'll just premiere it. You can also listen to it on iTunes and Spotify, right in your car, right at work, at the skate park, wherever. We try to keep this as accessible as possible. So even if you don't subscribe, have an iPhone, or even just, pay for Spotify, you can go on SoundCloud too, where you will also, as Doug has told us, find 6 hours of Mac Miller material. So is
snap,
this a
we're bringing
secret? Should I just not be saying? Do I cut
Okay,
this
well,
out?
okay. How about this?
Don't tell
Yes,
anybody.
we're not. I won't give out the name of the account, but there is. If you're a Mac Miller fan and you're not upset about, hey, there's unreleased stuff out there, because I definitely understand his estate was pretty upset when there was some of his unreleased music coming out, which I understand. I definitely get. But as like a really big Mac Miller fan, I was into him. I mean, we first started with Kids when that was
Kids.
first coming out, and
Yeah.
then like from 2016 on, I basically did not stop listening to him since.
Kids, and what was the other one? High Life.
High Life, Best Day
it was all
Ever.
on, Best Day Ever.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff that was on before it was on iTunes. So Dat Piff era.
Yeah, the Dat Piff,
And as you were saying,
mixtape
though-
era. But yeah, so basically, I mean, as if you were a big Mac Miller fan and you definitely like listened to his interviews, he always talked about how he recorded a whole bunch of songs when he would like, after releasing an album, and interviews talk about, I mean, like there was like another album that was gonna be like competing against this, so it's like, he had a whole bunch of unreleased music, and unfortunately after his passing, a lot of that did get leaked. I'm not exactly too sure how, but I came across it on SoundCloud. And let me tell you, it is just as good as the stuff that like he has put out. And basically, as for me, because I've just listened to all of his already released albums, mixtapes so often, it was really nice, refreshing to hear like just brand new stuff that I haven't listened to from him in like forever. And I feel like there's still songs out there that I still haven't. But I mean, there is definitely like at least 6 hours worth. I don't know how many albums that would be, but like, I mean, there's one lyric in my head that always like pops up. He's like, make a song every day, I got 1,000. Like, he was not joking around. That man was dedicated to making music, and he has definitely a lot more than what the public has access to, but there's a lot more if you want to go find it. And that is what I'll say about that, unless these boys have any
I have
questions
one
or
thing to say
follow-ups.
about that. Shoot your local drug dealer. That guy was amazing.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate, the story, and we don't need to bring it up.
No, we
Go
don't
look
need to bring it
but,
up.
like,
We don't need to bring it up, but like, since you did, I mean, it was really unfortunate because right when he was releasing Swimming and right around the time of his passing, he was really what seemed to be on like a really positive, like he really seemed to have like kind of figured it out for himself. Like, obviously, we all had rough times. I mean, like, I know a few months before that he had the whole DWI and breaking up with Ariana Grande, but like, if you like watch his interviews with Zane Lowe, like he really seemed like, like just like he was, like that was in the thing, like he was just trying to kind of move on. And I definitely think with the circles album that got released like after his death.
Yeah.
I mean, that was something he was.
Posthumously?
Yes, I knew I was gonna frick up that word
No, I
so
used to
hard.
be like, why don't you just say like
After
you died? What is this?
What is this? Is this fucking
Posthumously.
Latin?
Let me scratch my beard. Posthumously, Matt.
But
Go
yeah,
on, though.
but I mean, like, and if
Sorry.
you listen to that album, I know we still have to listen to it. We will listen to it this spring
We will
and or
eventually
summer.
Shit,
but
we might
it's-
listen to it tonight.
We might, but no, it's a really like positive, just like great album, and like to think that that was like the kind of stuff that he was making at the time of his death, and just like everything, like interviews, he just really seemed like he was in a really good spot, and as much as it like it was just really unfortunate because like you didn't really know where he could have gone because he could have gone so many spaces. He was such an evolving artist.
Yeah, he
Like
was.
every single album was different from the last one. He was
was.
doing up. Oh man. I love Mac Miller.
And yeah, guys, definitely go figure out how to find it. That's all we're gonna say. But I'll move on to our next topic. Random Thought Friday. I just had one.
Love it.
This whole part of this podcast is just made up on the spot. But idea. One night we do a podcast mobily. So we get the gimbal out, right?
Yeah.
Get a wide enough angle lens, like a fisheye, where we go walk around during a populated time.
Dude, we should do a
And
Thursday
do a
night
podcast
Village.
where we're just like literally walking down the street.
Thursday night like George Village right before the fireworks. We'll broadcast the fireworks as the freaking finale of
That'll
it.
be like
and
our
sign
9
off
Club
right after.
experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got the 9 Club, then you got the 9 Club experience. Which go check out 9 Club. Honestly, they're a big, huge reason why, other than Joe Rogan, well, I wanted to get into podcasting.
And even Joe Rogan, I remember he has a few that are like JRE on like an airplane where like
No
him
way.
and like somebody else recorded like a whole podcast on an airplane.
So bringing up Joe Rogan, Spotify. Have you ever watched a video on Spotify? Isn't that
Only
the
the-
thing now? Or
Okay, so I've only seen the Joe Rogan Experience videos on Spotify, but I know if you listen to some music, some artists can upload like, I would say longer than like a GIF, but maybe like a 15, 30-second looping video. Like they could do like a portion of their
for
like
the
music
album.
video for like either like the album
I
or
hate
like a
that.
single. It's not too bad, but obviously if you're sitting there watching, it kind of gets repetitive. I shout out to Spotify for finally doing lyrics, but like
I feel like they've been doing lyrics for a while.
it's only been a couple months
Oh,
thing.
a couple months.
You
Yeah.
know who has been doing lyrics for a while?
iTunes.
Apple.
YouTube Music.
YouTube Music.
YouTube Music, dude. Don't get me started on YouTube Music.
Bro.
I was a non-believer, man.
You
And
pay
then
that?
Wait, you pay?
I pay you, but
What is it?
Okay.
YouTube Red or YouTube Music?
YouTube Music.
Yeah, because they have like a few different ones. No, go on
Yeah.
about YouTube Music.
So,
tell the people.
My boy,
on, YouTube,
my
throw
boy
some
Nick
bucks.
Bull, and I got in this immovable object, unstoppable force argument over Spotify versus YouTube Music. But really, the selling point for me from Nicholas was that the amount of stuff available in YouTube Music is significantly more vast and more broad. Anything that's a video on YouTube is available on YouTube Music.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's
Like,
easier
it's-
to
it's-
upload a
it's
video
YouTube.
than try to go through as Spotify as an artist. I remember setting up our podcast and being like, "Are you set up Spotify?"
yeah,
didn't you?"
RSS feed. No, that's all. That's it.
It's
Like,
all
you had to
RSS
do it through
based.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, we had to pay to do it through SoundCloud. Where
Really?
what you're saying is any artist pretty much can upload a video to YouTube and it's on YouTube.
Now, I
Music.
will say.
Oh yeah.
That's
so,
amazing, dude.
No, that is really cool, dude. Does YouTube Music have a way to do they like kind of give you like music and artists to check out? Because I know that's one thing Spotify does pretty effectively.
Yeah, they'll create stations for you.
Cool.
They'll create
They
some.
are pretty good at
They'll
that, yeah,
create
not
some
gonna lie.
based on what you like, songs you listen to routinely, and then they'll have, oh, you listen to this, like
So they use the algorithm too.
yeah,
They use the YouTube algorithm, which I'm not gonna lie, it's a very solid algorithm.
yeah, they know what they're doing.
They do. No, you know how? Yeah, that's not too
not
bad. We
bad,
don't need
yeah.
to talk about pricing and stuff, but like, I mean that's definitely a very solid option if you don't want to get a Spotify or iTunes.
No,
I'm not too sure if that's cheaper, but I mean, I feel like it's definitely different nowadays compared to like back in the day when you just had a whole bunch of music on your laptop
your iPod,
and we would just all plug in our
Oh,
phones,
yeah.
and it's like, yo, Frank, give me this, and that.
So, even though I'm very, very about local music, you know, making sure you're not getting paid by exposure, all that shit, I definitely ripped a lot of music.
Well, I mean, dude, well,
Black, what is it? The Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay.
Fuck it, I don't care.
uTorrent.
uTorrent,
Dude, I mean,
BitTorrent,
but I mean,
LimeWire, FrostWire,
not gonna lie. Oh, dude.
HeatWire. I don't know,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie, I had my dad pay for like a FrostWire subscription, bro.
Wow. Okay.
I know. I
What?
didn't even know that was a thing. And thinking back, I'm like, yo, how is that not a freaking scam?
Totally scam, dude.
Like for sure a scam.
Yeah.
But dude, no, my dad.
But that was the
down
way
with
we
it.
did it, though. Like, I was hugely influenced by my dad on Stevie Ray Vaughan. The guitar that's sitting in the case right now is a Stevie Vaughan, kind of like a guitar that Stevie would play.
You know,
Dad
we should
gave
have
it to
had
me.
that case open. Nice,
You
nice
can open
little
it. You
background.
can open it in a second. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll play a tune for you guys.
Yeah, do you guys want to?
I did just
play
write a
some
song.
play some fucking Johnny Cash, dude. I'll sing. Let's have this be the episode that we get a copyright strike on.
Dude, we got one already. You know,
Come on.
We got one like a
Live-
few years ago.
live
No,
dangerously.
dude, Kind of Live, Kind of Living had a few because we would play music at the end.
Well, that's a cool thing though. Now, like if it's music, and I think this is a huge reason, huge thing because TikTok became a thing. They don't flag, they don't strike you. You just can't monetize your video.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking about it because like the skate video. So Doug and I have been skateboarding a lot lately, and I'm really happy about that.
Me too.
But we are also trying to do a skate video like we did 10 years ago for G's from LG. It is our 10-year anniversary since we put that
Oh, we
thing
definitely
out.
have to do a full feature.
So, I have a concept idea for like the video, but it all involves music that I absolutely cannot use.
Dude, I'm so down for that though.
So,
like,
like-
if we don't need to make,
Like
we don't need
Parliament
to make money.
Funkadelic, there's a song. I actually played it for you. Can you get to that?
You have to play it again.
I'll play it, but dude, that is what I want my song to be. I already know what I want the intro to be. It's a song by Elvis Presley. It's a song that they put on in Men in Black when they get in the car. When he's like, "Don't touch a red button," you know what I'm talking about? And then he puts on like that fast like rhythm Elvis Presley song. I'm like, dude, this is it. And then like after skating with Nick Montague at the park, which shout out Hypoluxo skateboards.
Hypoluxo.
The dude shared a story. He has like 100 skateboards.
Yeah, I know. I need to cop me one.
That's why I said to him, dude, you need to get sponsored by him.
I do.
Hypoluxo. I'm
No.
gonna talk to him about this.
No, okay, no,
we
but
should
like,
start
okay.
making Mirth boards.
No, not gonna lie though. Like, okay, so like after that day, I went onto his Instagram and I was looking at some of his videos, and I'm back to like, okay, I don't think I'm really good enough for a sponsorship.
You're absolutely.
But okay,
dead.
but going on. So if we're talking about just like we're not really worrying about monetization of the skateboarding video, I definitely have like 2 or 3 like popping songs like off that playlist I was playing last week. That like if I'm able to use one of these, I will go hard. I will go so hard.
That's the
for
thing.
that
It's like
song.
once you listen to a song, like there's this one lyric in the song I want to use, like kind of like what you're saying. When you base your life on credit and your dealing days are done, that's where it's like the super slow part, and then it's just like that's where I'm like fakey 360 manual on a mani pad. Like,
dude, we gotta do this,
I'm like
don't
very.
know what
That's
I
why
do this
Sunday
means.
Fun Day.
dude. Sunday
It's got to
Fun
be a
Day.
thing, and we got to hit the streets.
Dude. Yes,
Like, I don't mind having some skate park tricks. I don't mind at all. I'm not trying to get sponsored. We own our own fucking company. We can sponsor ourselves. But I also am not going to be a prick and put my name on something.
No,
But I would love to put somebody else's name on something. Like, that would be cool.
very true, very true.
But G's from LG.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
reshare that on the Mirth page.
I should. I just reshared my part. I reshared your part during the pandemic.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was your song. I'd be
Dude.
fresh on this every day.
Yeah.
Getting something every day. Hustle for the
Getting
money.
censored every day. Oh god.
But we were talking about something. So YouTube Music, I honestly might try it out, just not to like loop it all back.
Do it.
Like, yeah, I might try it because
gonna
I
lie.
spend. I mean, especially like, with us trying to build a YouTube presence, like I spend a lot of time on YouTube personally. The only thing I don't spend a lot of time on it for is Fish because they put out like one song here and there.
Straight up.
And it's cool when you go to the show and you're like, oh, we get to relive it again. But you could just go to mirth-films.com or youtube.com/mirthfilms. We've got a ton of great live music out there. I'm going to plug it because I really don't care. We just filmed Ryan Montpellier ended up letting us not only like work for him, but then be able to put the video on our own fucking page.
That's
like
lit.
full like 7 camera, like high quality. There's a lot of great local music. If you're coming up here in upstate New York and you want to know about the bands around here, head to our YouTube channel. We have a recording about every single one of them that is quality. And yeah.
No, and piggybacking off that, dude, I was talking about this the other day. She actually pays for like YouTube subscription, so like she doesn't have to pay for ads. And not gonna lie, like at first I was like, you pay for YouTube, but like now that I think about it, I'm like, yo, I'm on actually YouTube more than I'm on like Netflix or HBO, which I pay for. And I'm just like, dude, like that's probably not that bad of an idea, especially for like, like I don't know. I feel like I really like YouTube because it's just like a lot of independent creators. And every once in a while, I don't know why, for me mentally, I will sign up for like 20 10-minute videos in a row, but like an hour show for some reason it's just like
No, seriously, there is so much out on there and different stuff that
yeah,
a Netflix or a Hulu or Paramount Plus wouldn't pick up. And honestly, like regarding Joe Rogan on the whole YouTube Spotify matter, I don't even listen to his podcast anymore. I hate to say it, but like one of my favorite things to do at work was watch it on YouTube and just like. And I'm sorry. I don't listen to Spotify podcasts. I only listen to iTunes podcasts. It's free and it may be free for Spotify. I don't know, but like I don't like getting my music and my podcast mix up. So that's why I only listen to it on there, and I'm not gonna fucking watch a video on Spotify. I'm sorry.
it's
I'll
odd.
watch it on my computer, like the way it's meant to be. That's how I watch Joe Rogan. The clips are great. That's fine, but I don't know. Personally, I think he made a bad deal.
well, no,
Especially now he's getting all this backlash for shit, and
Yeah.
whatever side you lay on, who cares? But like, dude, take that out of the equation. Like, you were independent at one point, and then you signed yourself away.
it was definitely weird. I do know that with Spotify, he made sure that he could still upload clips like that to YouTube because he knew how much
Just clips, though.
YouTube. Yeah.
And then they took the whole fucking library off, didn't they? Or no, did they leave it?
No, they probably took the whole library off, but I mean, they left the clips up. I mean, no, they do.
No,
and,
it was not to interrupt.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, go on, man.
from. Was it 2020 that he got the deal? 2020, right?
Yeah.
September 1st, 2020. So any podcast that was made before then is still there in its entirety on YouTube.
Oh, is it really?
yeah.
Okay.
Spotify just took over like the exclusivity.
Wouldn't you
of-
think that would kill your viewership, though?
I mean, in some ways,
I bet
because
it
I
did.
mean,
I bet it did.
well, for
Or
certain
fans,
people,
certain
because
fans, yeah.
when I first heard about that, I started getting used to going to Spotify for my podcast, and now I only stay on Spotify for my podcasts. But then again, kind of your point, I don't really listen to the Joe Rogan podcast as much as I say I used to.
Yeah.
Only like when he has certain guests that like I really want to like listen to that one. Like I'll be like, okay, I'll check that one out. But like I'm not listening to every single one, you know.
Well, that's another thing too. I to be fair, like I never consumed his podcast as an audio podcast, and I guess that's why I say that.
That makes sense.
But whereas like I don't know, I feel like if we were to ever make it that big, I don't know if I'd ever want to do something like that. I feel like it would just be like I would rather have control of what sponsorship I could take on and things I believe in than Spotify. Because personally, I think Spotify, the fact that they make artists pay to put their music on there now, especially when like not all bands get the clicks and
Yeah.
and everything's algorithm based, where who knows if it's even gonna make it into your, how they make the curated stuff. Which I will say that I've definitely found music through that. It's not the way I listen to music, but the way I listen to music is I go to a show. I go support the band live because in today's day and age, you don't make your living off albums. So that's just my personal grudge against Spotify. Yeah. Speaking about artists, speaking about local ones, speaking about why we're in a freaking hotel right now, and why we're even doing this podcast right now. This is the Andy Frasco pregame show.
Pregame? All right, since you called that, I gotta go grab another.
He has a
beer.
really awesome shirt, by the way, that I really want to buy. Let me move you quick, dude. He has a really awesome shirt. I love that feature.
Wait, was that me? No, it wasn't. Never mind.
Right,
I got worried for a second.
So there's this shirt, and I don't know if a fan made it for him or he's actually selling them tonight. But there's this shirt that says "Hope," kind of like the Obama thing. But it's Annie with a whippet. I'm like,
fantastic.
Did we peek there?
Who cares?
Well, no, I'm muted,
What's one
so probably
peak?
not.
Dude, I'm pretty sure we all peaked in high school. Let's be real.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I'm proud of myself for that one.
Oh, that was a good one.
Okay.
So yeah, Andy Frasco's in town. Saratoga Springs, Putnam Place. Putnam Place is one of my favorite places. We were actually just there 2 episodes ago. And I really want to do another podcast there.
Dude,
that was a good episode.
Dude. Shout out to Nicole for being the most winningest. Nicole will probably be bartending tonight. Sly will be there. Jarrett, all the homies will be there. But Andy will be there. And I'm just really pumped because it's been since, I think,
Summit 2019.
Yeah, I think that was the last show for all of us. Since the last time I seen him.
For upstate New York, definitely.
For me, I saw him like 3 times in 1 month. And it was the only time I saw him. Like, I saw him the first time I saw Andy Frasco was the Putnam Place show with you, which was awesome.
That was
he did like a
amazing
whole like death, like wall of death, like mosh pit. You remember that? You were on one side and there was
vaguely. Dude, I was very.
He had
drunk
everybody
at the
going,
end of
and then
that
everybody
night.
did like one of those like bar mitzvah things.
Oh yeah.
They did that at the Summit too. For what's the bass player's name from Chestnut Grove?
Oh. I don't remember. He dressed up like Andy Frasco.
He
though.
did.
Yeah, I
and
remember
told
exactly.
me, and I'm paraphrasing, but only a little. I really just want. I want this to be a good networking opportunity. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Honestly,
let's go.
Yeah, seriously.
Happy bar mitzvah, man.
Happy bar mitzvah. And but yeah. So I saw him there. I worked for Pigeons Playing Ping Pong for a Halloween run. We were with Frasco for the 2 nights.
Man.
And literally, it was just the best time ever. And I was running camera like right up at the front of the stage, and they like. Since it was Halloween, they all dressed up like wrestlers. And so he dressed up like Hulk Hogan, and dude,
brother.
it was hilarious. And then after they like continued the same like theme, and like the security guards were so pissed at him because he like lit up a fucking joint right in PlayStation Theater in Times Square, which is like underground, and whatever. And I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
it
sounds pretty funny.
And then he was like doing like a fight on blow up mattresses, like him and the drummer from Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, fighting against each other with pillows while they were both on queen-size air mattresses, and the crowd was like, it was legend. And I'd like preached to like 2 people before this who like never heard of Andy Frasco, but like know this music community. I'm like, how the fuck do you not know him? And to be honest, he should not be in the jam band scene. I'm sorry. It's great that he is because there's so many cool people in it, but that dude is a rock star.
He really is.
Oh,
He's in his own fucking league, man. And not only because of his stage antics and his stage presence, but he does have like music that hits your heart, like Change of Pace, dude. That song gets to you.
No, it does.
It makes you think about life.
I really wanted to find that shirt for the night, but I have no idea where it is. I even checked the dirty laundry.
You bought a shirt last time you saw him?
No, you actually got me the shirt.
I bought you.
You bought me the shirt.
I don't know. Sorry, dude.
No,
you're
had the
right.
fucking Seinfeld dialogue there.
Yeah.
It really just.
I do watch a lot of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I do channel my inner George Costanza. He is one of my favorite characters. I wish he was a real human being.
I only watched like 1 season.
I really want to start watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's like the next show. Just because like Larry David, I finally watched a clip of him. He's hilarious, dude. He's the dude
I've heard that was a really good show.
Yeah, he's the dude who wrote Seinfeld. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did I watch a video the other day about how Owen Wilson was in Girl, Yeah, Right? Did you watch that video, too?
I know exactly what video you're talking about.
Dude, I love how our YouTube algorithms sometimes connect.
Were you watching on the Mirth Films YouTube channel or no?
No, dude,
okay.
bro.
That's where I watch it.
Actually, now this is on. I still need to like reach out to Goonfest and like because I haven't reached out to a festival on my own at least in the past few years. I still want your help to do that, but like we definitely need to go. Actually, so no, let's talk about that. Do we want to go to cover, or should we just go as just like
goons?
As
Anything I go when I
goons?
bring my camera to, I'm covering.
What?
I literally
Okay,
just,
okay,
like,
no, I get that, cause I don't know, I might just want to like just skate that concrete
I'm a
half pipe
skater,
half
but-
the time.
Well, I'm a filmer at heart.
You are,
So
you
like
are.
for me, it would be almost weird. Like I was talking to somebody, it's like if I went to a concert and I knew I could bring my camera, and I didn't, I'd feel naked. I'd feel weird. I'd feel out of place. I'd be like, what do I do with my hands?
All right, you bring the camera. I'll just pay for a ticket and we'll have a grand old time.
That's another thing. Like Putnam Place, like dude, half the time I go, I'm ready to just go. And, like, but because and thankfully because I love what I do, like I put my career first and I'm there to help the band and record the show, and it takes me away from that urge, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like I'm an alcoholic because I don't drink during the week at all. I do like to party on the weekends, but it's like a right time, right place type of thing, you know? And that's why I like tonight, dude. I've never done something like this, where I've stayed in, like, I pay for my own apartment, you know, with my girlfriend, and, like, but, like, we're here staying in town, like, not that far away from where I live, and I'm just, like, I need a night to just, like, have a good time. And this is why Andy Frasco is, like, great time.
It's perfect.
And Bella's Bartok. They're just as crazy as he is.
I'm excited for
That's
that.
why tonight is like the best bill put together. Tonight is going to be legendary. And I will tell you something. Stuff does happen that is good after 2 a.m. And I'll prove it to you because, well, maybe not, because this is recorded. But at the time you're hearing this, we are about to go to an Andy Frasco show.
Yeah, no,
and
what
we are
time is it right now?
We are going to go and do a freaking podcast after the show.
Yeah, can we get a real time update?
So it's
over here?
6:25 p.m. right now.
So
Okay.
we need to wrap this up.
We have 2:05 to showtime. We have however long to pizza time, which is
205
really
to Doris,
2:05 to
which
Doors.
we want to be at.
Oh yeah.
We want to be there.
What?
I just can't wait to see CeeLo again. You've been to Putnam Place.
Oh, dude, I
Bro,
know
CeeLo is my favorite bouncer. And everyone's like, why you call him CeeLo?
Well, you had never met the man. then.
That's exactly.
I didn't call it. Like, I did at first. I thought he looked like CeeLo Green, but he said, "Hi, I'm CeeLo."
Yeah.
That's literally what he said.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
he calls
actually-
himself CeeLo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him CeeLo tonight
Dude.
because I was like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?"
It's not offensive. Like
And
he likes that. He likes.
I would
that.
not be offended by being confused with a celebrity. Unless it was like, I don't know, like fucking...
Hey, you look like Nicolas Cage.
You know what I get
I'd be
compared to
down
all
with
the
that.
time is
Someone called me
the
Action
Mad
Bronson
Magazine
once.
kid.
That's not bad.
All right, Action Bronson, I could see that.
Or when I get my hair and beard all did. By the way, not cutting my hair for the rest of the year. You guys heard that here now. I'm going bandanas.
Dude, I'll go bandanas with you.
Dude.
Yo,
Alright.
not gonna lie, my hair is finally long enough that I can do the ideal bandana look that I've had in my head for like 8 years, which is just basically like just like all slicked back.
Oh,
So there's
yeah.
like no craziness going on up top and all the craziness going on bottom, and the bandana is holding it all down. You'll see it in a skate video coming up soon.
Oh,
Speaking of
yeah.
hair, my hair is too long right now.
No, it's
Oh.
not, Frankie. It looks so good. Stop
Dude,
cutting
look
your
at-
hair
look
right
at
when it
this.
looks really fucking good.
I literally like.
Dude, like that inch length is perfect for
I
you,
don't like
homie.
it.
What do you mean? What do you don't, dude? Like no, like
I
when
just
it's
feel
too
it's
short.
messy.
It's
like
not, well,
I
yeah,
don't.
it's messy because
Yo.
you. It
This
looks
is
good
another thing.
messy.
But Doug,
I'm
hear me out.
very. I have pet peeve of mine.
How about Frankie with a fade, though?
Absolutely.
No.
Looking like a fuckboy? Yo.
No.
Yo, I would personally,
But-
I would pay for that haircut.
My
I
mom
would
tried
love
to
to
give
see
me.
it.
My mom tried to give me one of those like. Whatever.
Were you gonna
I'm
say
gonna
fuckboy?
I'm gonna say douchey haircuts that you would see some other douche wear. And
Tomato, tomato, my guy.
She was like, just trust me, Frankie. I was like, she was like, just let me cut your hair. If you don't like it, we can do whatever you want. I looked at it, I was like, no.
Bro.
I told her, buzz that shit. I'm either buzz cut or grow. Like, that's it.
Dude, like the buzz cut, I mean, like.
But I do have a medium, though. Like, that my
you
mom
should get a
started
medium.
actually, like, getting
You should
down.
get a medium. You shouldn't go buzz.
I have to show her a picture every time. It's like, this is what I want my hair to look like. It's like a picture of myself. I really like my hair. Like, because I don't know what to say. A 1, 2, 3. My mom's a goddamn hairdresser. She used to just cut my fucking hair. I don't know the difference. So, like, which I also got to find a hairdresser now. Because my mom lives in Brooklyn.
Dude, I think you just let it fucking rock
Yo,
out.
I got somebody for
All
you.
right, I'm going to start fucking wearing a bandana.
Let's fucking go.
We went from being the backpack bros to the bandana backpack.
Yo.
Bandana bandits.
All right, message of peace to anybody out not watching this right now.
What?
What's your message of peace, man?
Oh, okay. You know, just don't let the stress get to you. And because it's all with time, everything is fucking okay, man. So keep on going, keep on living.
Keep on keeping on. Brett.
Drink Genesee. Learn where your ancestors came from, whether it's ice, cream, or light. I'm personally going cream. I started with Genesee Black because, as we all know, black don't crack. But
I guess, yeah.
cheap beer, till we make it, is a good life motto to have. Because one day you're going to be sitting not as a resident of the Saratoga Hilton, but as an owner of the Saratoga Hilton. And you're going to be sitting on your penthouse patio, smoking your stogies, drinking your
Fiddlehead.
your martinis, shaking not stirred, or a fiddlehead if you're closer to your roots than I would be. But never forget where you came from.
Never. My message of peace is, and this might be good advice for you too, drink water. If you're drinking tonight, drink water before you go to bed.
Water it up,
And that has
boys.
been episode 14 of the Cheap Flights and Kinda Living podcast. Thank you all for tuning in for episode 14-45
I
or
love
50. What did we have 50 at least? We hit 50.
We hit 50. I think we're at
54.
53.
You guys were at 56 according to Dylan McKenzie.
Oh, that's
Sixth
facts
man.
then.